Welcome to day 14, guiding you from suffering to joy. Today we continue talking about depression, and at the end of this video we will have all of the quotes and tools to tackle depression. So I will share with you what created my cave and what took me there, and then the difficulty of leaving it. So when I was younger, I would see women that were kind of like how I felt like I was, like women that kind of matched my kind of energy. And yes, there were some. And a lot of them ended up with just really shitty, abusive, narcissistic men. So even at a young age, I would sit and think, what makes a cool, nice, fucking awesome woman settle for abusive, narcissistic dudes? I thought about it so much, I created that scenario for myself. I found out how that happens. Well, apparently for that to occur, you just have to be really low, in a really depressed state, in a really bad abused state. And then when something that comes along that's not going to abuse you as much as the previous one, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna tap out right here and I'm gonna stay. Well, when you stay until you get deeper in your cave and you continue to make bad decisions. So I lied a lot. It took me to lying because I was lying to myself about, oh, I'm fine, I'm happy. I was miserable, but I didn't want to face it because I didn't know what facing it meant. I didn't know what I'd replace him with. What if it's worse? Again, I had worse before him. He was not as bad as what I had had before. So what am I going to get into if I let this one go? At least I'm used to this one, right? And he's used to me. I thought I was doing good for him, and I wasn't. I'm people pleasing him to death, so he never learns anything. He never learns that this behavior is toxic. He gets away with everything, and I help teach that. It makes me feel like shit. But while I was in my cave, I didn't see that. I thought, I'm doing this dude a favor. And no, I fucking wasn't. I wasn't doing him a favor. I wasn't doing either one of us a favor. In fact, I was making everything a lot more difficult for us and our kids. So I created a life for myself that was based in pain. Its foundation was lies, unhappiness, unworthiness. How is that going to build anything fucking good? It's not. And it affected my kids. So that's part of what drove me to my cave, right? A big part of it was this people pleaser part of me that just wants to make people happy, not realizing a lot of people, they take advantage of it. What can I get out of this person? They know that you're trying to get external validation, whether you know it or not. I didn't fucking know. Like, a lot of us are young. We don't know why we're doing these things, but people that do know sometimes take advantage of it. But that'll put them in their cave, won't it? So, as I had to leave my cave, I had to see that I wasn't this great woman to him that I thought I was within the cave. I was actually not very fucking good. I fought just as much as he did. Who was I kidding? I was kidding myself because it was my ego keeping my belief system true for me no matter what was happening. And then getting out of my cave, I had to see the pain that I put my children through for settling in a relationship that wasn't good for either of us. Now it affects my kids. Now they have issues from this stuff. I dumped my negative energetic vibrations into them. I vomited a lot of negative energy into their life as they entered this experience. Well, that sucks. That doesn't make me fucking feel good at all. I don't want to look at that shit. But, dear vagabond, you've got to look at that shit. You have got to look very fucking honestly at the choices and actions that you did that keep you in this cave because you don't want to face them because they make you feel bad. They don't match up with the story you've been telling yourself of who you are. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm such a nice person. I'm not perpetuating any of this. The fuck you're not. That's why it's continuing. That's why it's still going on. Is because you are still participating in it. You have got to see it as it is. You have got to call it out. Look at it. Let it stand in front of you, the shadow of your decisions. What's it fucking look like? Apologize to yourself and to everyone involved in this shadow experience. Now picture a big light of love, unconditional love and forgiveness, going through that experience through all of the people that were involved in it, including you. And let that love replace this negative emotion of depression and fear and anger that took you to this cave to begin with. Know as you face your fears and you leave this cave, what's ahead of you is so much fucking better than what was in this cave. You have no idea. It's like you've lived in a little turd pile for centuries and you're about to experience what it's like to live in the real fucking world. Not in a pile of turds. It's going to be mind-blowing for you. It's going to be a difficult experience for your mind because it's different and it's new. What is it? I don't know what it is. You're gonna feel so lofty and kind of afraid because you've known where you've been. You've been in a cave. You knew exactly where you were. You knew no one was touching you. Nothing was happening. You're not moving forward anymore. You're stuck. You're sequestered there. Bada bing, bada boom, I'm done. And Spirit comes knocking on your cave saying, bitch, you ain't done yet. You came here for a purpose. You came here for a mission, and you're not accomplishing it by staying in your cave. So, face your fears. Face the anger. Face the depression. Face it. No, you are a multi-dimensional, perfect being that exists as unconditional love and perfection on the other side of this illusion, a veil. On the other side of this, you're perfect. So like you touch yourself like, oh man, on the other side of that is perfection. All you have to do is tap into it. It's just right there. Tap into it. Allow that perfection to soothe your ego as you walk forward out of the cave. If you don't want to face this, you go deeper and deeper into the cave. You go darker and darker, darker and darker, until you reach the pits that lead you to suicide and the failure to thrive mentality. Since our guide Cosmo left via this fashion, he is going to join us tomorrow and tell you about the reality of his experience going out on a failure to thrive type of vibration. It's not cool, man. There are fucking severe consequences. Again, everything's karmic. Are you seeing how everything you do, every action creates an opposite and equal reaction? Everything you do is recreated as shade and light. And it's coming back to you every fucking time. And that can be hard to face. But if you leave your cave, if you start working on these things, then the karmic consequences that are coming for you aren't as difficult and aren't as bad as you may have deserved otherwise. And the reason they're not going to be so bad is because you remember that you are unconditional love and that you made a mistake. And you give yourself the ability to move forward because that's what love does. So, hate will keep you and others in caves. Hate and fear, all these things will drive you and keep you in a cave. Love is going to beckon you out. And it's going to do so very sweetly at first. Like, remember me? Right? And then it's going to be like, I have a job for you. And it's going to start teaching you shit. And then you're going to be learning stuff. And you're going to start taking accountability. And you're going to start making changes. And it's all because love came to rescue you. Perfect.
Depression tools. Stop. Stay present. Pay attention to your words and actions. Use affirmations to bring truth to your situation. Really feel the emotions of the affirmations to plant them into your mind, replacing depression with hope and resiliency. Don't stay in your cave for longer than 2 days. You can retreat, not stay. Spend time doing things you used to enjoy. You may want to seek professional help, CBT therapy, or medication. Exercise, journal, creative expression, sleep routine, healthy diet, drink water, yoga, tai chi, grounding, affirmations, and join a community. Acknowledge the thoughts, actions that brought you to this cave and the ones that keep you there. Face it. Visualize being cocooned in unconditional love and welcome that energy into your aura. Listen to the Spotify Blue Heavens Cave playlist. Link in the description below. Grab your journal and write down these questions and responses. Where is my body located? What emotional state am I in? Am I in angel school? Recall a recent time you declined an invitation to do something you used to enjoy doing. If you had an excuse for not going, was it true? Are you happy in this cave in isolation? What illogical fears do I carry? Is this fear based in this life or another? Where is this insecurity really coming from? Which life reflects this experience? Meditate and reflect on these questions. Ask your ego to answer for your highest good. Allow thoughts to pass by. Thoughts are neutral and meaningless energy packets until you grab one and add a meaning to it. If this thought lines up with a belief and you add feelings or emotions and action, you are creating this experience. Affirmations. I'm worthy of love and respect. I'm not defined by my past or my struggles. I deserve happiness and joy in my life. I am strong and resilient. I trust myself to overcome this challenge. I am in control of my thoughts and emotions. I allow myself to feel any emotion without judgment. I am proud of my progress and growth. I am capable of creating positive change in my life. I am enough just as I am. I'm connected to those who love and support me and a higher power. Quotes. There are wounds that never show on the body that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds. Sometimes all you can do is lie in bed and hope to fall asleep before you fall apart. I saw the world in black and white instead of the colors and shades I knew existed. When you are happy, you enjoy the music. When you are sad, you understand the lyrics. The world breaks everyone, and afterward many are strong at the broken places. If you aren't making a change, you are making a choice. Tell yourself that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. If you need help now, you can call the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. For the hearing impaired, use your relay service or dial 711, then 988. Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration National Helpline, 1-800-662-HELP, 4357. Crisis Text Line, text HOME, HOME, 2741-741.
Good work, Vagabond. We will see you tomorrow for suicide and failure to thrive. Start working on this stuff. You can do it. You've got it. Much love.